So F1 75 was interesting. On Tuesday night, the 10 teams and 20 drivers all gathered around in the London O2 Arena to reveal all their cars. And to be fair, the show wasn't actually too bad, and I actually quite enjoyed watching it. Here's why. Tell me your thoughts in the comments on F1 75, I would really like to know, because it's had some mixed reviews. Subscribe to the channel and let's get on with the video. So Machine Gun Kelly started off the show with a performance. I thought the song was alright, but it was still weird to see all the 10 teams and 20 drivers in one venue revealing all their cars at the same time, because we've never seen that before. The show then cut to Jack Whitehall, and now at first I was expecting some quite unfunny, cringe-worthy jokes. However, most of them actually were quite funny. When he tried to gaslight Max Verstappen and George Russell, I thought that was absolutely brilliant, because nobody else would have done that.
Cheer up, Max, it could have been worse. We didn't sit you next to George Russell.
He then showed his love for Charles Leclerc, maybe a little too much.
The most handsome man on the grid. It's the man my fiancée imagines when we make love. Hell, it's the guy I imagine when me and my fiancée make love. It's Charles Leclerc!
But after some more messing about and cringe-worthy jokes, we then got to see the Sauber. It was an interesting livery reveal, and Mattia Binotto looked really out of place and awkward. Maybe a little bit like my hand gestures.
Final question, is there genuinely a guy called Mike Crack?
After Jack Whitehall making a joke about someone called Mike Crack, and crushing over Charles Leclerc.
Sorry, I just got lost in Charles Leclerc's eyes. You can't look at me, honestly.
Whilst asking how big of a boot does an F1 car have.
But talk to me about F1 cars' boot space.
Come on, Jack.
No?
Williams decided to bring out the F1 Stormtroopers. And then James Fowles showed us all he is actually somehow quite a good presenter.
Good evening, London! Welcome to 2025.
I thought the Williams livery was the best of the night. Go and watch my livery ranking videos, by the way, straight after this one if you want to find out who I think has the best and the worst liveries this season. I'll leave a link in the description. Visa Cash App Racing Bulls then decided to waste 5 minutes of everyone's evening by trying to show everyone how to pronounce their name. We also saw one of the most random things ever when a 50-year-old woman was going around in the street wearing a white t-shirt with Yuki Tsunoda's face on it.
Wow. Where do you want it? I did think that was going a different direction.
Surely that was set up, because I'm not being funny, but what 50-year-old British woman is going around the streets with a white Yuki Tsunoda t-shirt? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You can wear what you want, but you can't lie, it was quite random. We then had a performance from Kane Brown. Now, I've never heard of him. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. Apparently, according to Jack Whitehall, he's one of the biggest country artists. But yeah, I've never heard of him. Now, I don't actually mind country music. In fact, it's one of my favourite genres. But I swear down, if I have to hear the word
put some miles on it
one more time, I think I will actually give up with life. And I'm sure some of you may be glad about that. Honestly, surely there was a better song they could have played. I get the theme they were trying to go with. Obviously, the phrase miles on it kind of relates to F1 in a way, so I can see where they were coming from, but it was just boring. After that, Haas revealed their livery, and it was an okay livery, nothing special. Jack Whitehall then decided to make another joke, however this time it actually was quite funny as he basically exposed all F1 drivers for not paying their taxes.
We now turn our attention to something that has been the lifeblood of this hallowed sport. The tax system versus pretty much everyone in this room.
Which I don't blame them for, because if we were all in that position, we would do the same thing, and you would only be lying to yourself if you said you wouldn't. Alpine and Brian Tyler then decided to waste another 5 minutes of everyone's lives with some average DJ set, and I was quite shocked after reading through social media after the show that not many people actually knew Brian Tyler, the DJ on the Alpine set, made the F1 theme. At first, I wasn't a huge fan of the Alpine livery, and it did remind me of Ben & Jerry's. However, since it has actually grown on me, and I actually think the blue and the pink go really well together. However, the pink on the front nose cone structure of the car should still be blue in my opinion. The best part of the evening then happened. Everyone in the crowd decided to boo the FIA.
The FIA has been instrumental in their efforts over the last 75 years.
Which I found absolutely hilarious and 100% deserved. I think some of them boos may have even been coming from the drivers as well. It honestly wouldn't surprise me, especially if it was Verstappen. Aston Martin then auditioned Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll for the next James Bond. I think Stroll would make a really good stunt driver for the James Bond films, especially in the scenes where there's car crashes. However, I thought it was really clever from Aston Martin. Obviously, they've got them links to James Bond, and it was the best livery reveal of the evening. The livery itself was disappointing. Jack Whitehall then targeted Idris Elba and basically said he would rather see Martin Brundle as the next James Bond than Idris Elba, which, to be fair, wouldn't be a bad shout.
Especially as my personal choice for the next James Bond is in the room tonight. Wait. Sorry. I love him, but I actually didn't mean him. No, my personal choice for the James Bond is in the room tonight. There we are. Oh, yes.
After some promo for the F1 movie, which is going to have Brad Pitt in it, which is literally going to be called F1. Very creative. Mercedes showed us all how bad their pit stops are going to be this season. When the guy on the front right tyre probably got himself sacked before the season even started. Like, literally, you had one job. How? The livery itself was decent, basically the same as last year, just with some more shades of silver, which I'm not really too sure about. Gordon Ramsay then showed us all there is still some common sense in this world.
I'm down here with more of our celebrity fans. Look, it's Scottish Mary Berry, Gordon Ramsay! You love a corporate freebie. I have a very serious question, and it's a serious subject. I want to talk to you about the F1 swearing ban. How important do you think it is as role models not to turn the airwaves blue with coarse language? Be very careful how you answer this because you're on the headmaster's table.
Come on, Jack, you're going to get me into trouble. So sometimes if it comes out, let them be real. Let it go. Come on. They are risking their life every time. They're traveling over 200 miles an hour. So if the shit...
Please! Right. You're not getting asked back next year.
Christian Horner then entered the stage, which must have been quite painful for him as everyone in the crowd decided to boo him. Red Bull then brung a really cringy street party into the O2 Arena. Whilst Max Verstappen showed us all how much he really did not want to be there. He didn't say a word for the entire thing, which is just classic Max Verstappen. Jack Whitehall was then back with some more weird jokes after changing his suit quicker than some of Sauber's pit stops last season.
Introduce them, I need a quick livery change of my own. Box, box. Where do you think you're sticking that? Shoot.
We were then treated to one of the worst Ferrari liveries we've ever seen. Sorry, but that white stripe is just so stupid and does not go too well with the car at all. There is so many better ways they could have incorporated the white into their livery. Lewis Hamilton then gave us his usual positive quotes.
The word that I'm thinking of is invigorated, because I feel so full of life and so much energy because everything's new.
McLaren then wasted another 5 minutes of everyone's lives after doing a really exciting livery reveal video, but then just to reveal the same livery they used last season. Jack Whitehall then unfortunately avoided getting himself cancelled after not doing a Japanese accent.
To our fans down under, cheers mates! To those watching in Germany, Dankeschön! And to all our fans in Japan, probably not going to do the accent with that one, but thank you so much.
Take that then rounded off the evening. However, I think it says a lot when quite a few people started getting out their seats as soon as a word came out of Gary Barlow's mouth. Overall, I thought the show was actually really good and it's really nice to see something different for once. Yes, there was some cringeworthy moments. However, some of Jack Whitehall's jokes were actually really funny and definitely added to the show a lot more. I can't remember who said it. I think it was Alex Gillen. It might have been Tomo. However, they basically said that if Jack Whitehall wasn't there, it just would have been so scripted. It would have been so unfunny, and Jack Whitehall definitely added to the show a lot more, which I 100% agree with. I love how the FIA and Christian Horner both got booed and no one else did. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. Some of the music was questionable, but overall a really good show. With a few improvements, I would love to see F1 do it again every year. Maybe they could go somewhere else that's not the O2. Maybe they could go to another country. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the show. Subscribe to the channel for more F1 content and news. Thank you so much for watching as always and getting to this point in the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.